Okay, today we're going to talk about area, and more specifically, we're going to talk about the area of triangles. So, if we think back to our area song, and I'm going to play it for you in just a second, but the lyrics go: area equals base times height, base times height, base times height. Area equals base times height, but triangles we divide by 2. So that last line is going to be really important today because we're going to be talking about triangles. The other thing to know is that you can also talk about area as length times width. So those are synonyms that you can interchange with base times height. So it would be area equals length times width, length times width, length times width, and so on. But here is the song to help you remember the formula.
Area equals base times height, base times height, base times height. Area equals base times height, but triangles divide by 2.
Okay, so that is our area song. And it'll get in your head. It'll help you remember what the formula is for area. So when we talk about triangles, again, our formula is going to be area equals base times height divided by 2. So in this triangle over here, we have our base of 8 and our height of 8. So we would do 8 times 8, which is 64, and then we divide that by 2 and get 32 square meters, or 32 meters squared. Another way to write that would be 32 meters squared. And the square, the exponent there goes after the unit, not after the number. Then if you put it after the number, it increases the number. But with the square being after the unit, then that tells you that the units are squared. The units are squared, but not the number. All right, over here with this triangle. So our base is 6. And our height has to be 90 degrees from the base going to the tallest point of the triangle. So this is going to be our height, okay? Not these. These sides over here, those are not our height because they're not 90 degrees from the base. So our height is going to be 10 meters. So we have 6 feet times 10 feet, which 6 times 10 is 60, divided by 2, and we're going to get 30. So, and again, we would write 30 meters squared. Now, why do we divide by 2? I have an example here of why we divide by 2, and it has to do with parallelograms. And what you're going to notice is that the parallelogram that we're going to complete is 2 of the triangles that we're going to start with here. Okay, so you keep an eye out for that and watch what happens.
So this is me teaching my class, and you'll hear me teaching the class how and why we divide by 2.
Okay, so we have triangles C and D. We've cut these out. Notice they are the same size as the triangle on the left, correct? So once again, we're going to take our triangles and we're going to line up this shaded corner or shaded angle of our triangle, and it's going to make our parallelogram. Okay, so once again, we're going to have to find the height and the base of both shapes. So our height of our parallelogram will be right here, 90 degrees from the base. So our base is 1, 2, 3, 4 wide, and our height is 1, 2, 3, 4 tall, or 4 high. So our formula for that is area equals base times height.
16.
Yep, so 4 times 4 is 16. Fabulous. Now, we shift over to our triangle. Same height, right here. Same base. So base is 1, 2, 3, 4. And our height is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, again, it's tempting to say that it's 4 times 4 is 16, but if we did that, we forgot to divide by 2. So we need to divide it by 2, which makes it 8. Okay, because area equals base times height divided by 2. Yes?
Yes.
Fabulous. By 2. Okay, so let's talk about this shape. So area of this shape, so our base is 5 and our height is 6. So we would think 5 times 6, base times height, which is 30. And then we're going to divide that by 2. 30 divided by 2 equals 15. Excuse me. So 15 inches squared. Excellent. All right, let's try this one. So again, our height is going to be 90 degrees from the base. So 7 inches, 7 inches is going to be our height. So we have 7 times 8, which is 56. And then we have to take 56 and divide that by 2. So half of 50, I always think about quarters when I think of that. So I have 25. Half of 6 is 3. So 25 plus 3 is 28 inches squared. So that is the area of this triangle. All right, let's find the area of this triangle. And if you want to pause so that you can figure this out and then come back, go for it. And then you can see what the answer is. But here we go. So 5 times 10. So 5 times 10 equals 50. 50 divided by 2 is going to equal 25, and these are meters squared. So our area of this triangle is 25 meters squared. All right, how about this one? We have 8 times 5, which is 40. 40 divided by 2 is 20. 20 feet squared. Okay. All right, another right triangle. So we have 8 times 4, which is 32. 32 divided by 2 is 16 inches squared. All right, one more. So now we have 8 miles by 11 miles. This is a gigantic triangle. So 8 times 11 is 88. Then we're going to have 88 divided by 2, which is 44 miles squared. Okay, guys, that is area of a triangle. Thanks for listening.